Is it working? Am I live? Let's see, let's see, let's see. It's been lagging at my start recently. We're live, folks. Nice! We're good. Cassie, Ashley, Kylie. Guys, welcome to Baby Yoda night. Are we excited? So excited. Not only excited, we've got so excited. Yay! There's a lot of new faces. There was 60 of you in here before I even got in here. That's nuts. That's nuts. Today, guys, I'm drinking wine. I'm left the coffee world today, so I'll join you with some spirits today. Yo, yo, yo! Hi, hands. Cheers. Cheers is right. Tanya, you saying that Greg is here, does that mean that Greg is painting here? Greg's my uncle, by the way, guys. Tanya and Greg. Greg is painting a Baby Yoda. Holy crap, you guys. It's gonna be a good day. Hello, anything. Hello, Tay. Who is this? Oh, cheeky dude. Hello. Thanks for spending your Thursday with me, everybody. We're gonna let some people sneak in, as usual. I start around 10 after 8. Ashlyn's having her husband paint tonight, too. Guys, there's a lot of husbands today. I only see colorful dots. Am I missing something? I would refresh your browser. Try that first. I've been painting all day. The best day. Alyssa and I tuned in. Facebook. Mark's chicken. He won't paint. Uncle Mark, get it together. Get a pencil. Draw it even. We got another birthday, you guys. Mystified Pear. Say happy birthday to Mystified Pear. The Baby Yoda brings all the boys to the yard, and he's like, do you want to paint me? Right? Does that work? Oh, hello. Who else we got? Happy birthdays throughout the field for Mystified Pear. It'll be forever encompassed in this YouTube video. Okay. Let's see, guys. What can we talk about for the newbies? Because I already see some new faces that I have not seen. Look at all the husbands. We've got a lot of husbands snuck in tonight, guys. That's a good day. Baby Yoda literally brings all the boys to the yard. She wasn't even lying. Batitude. Oh, Baron, hello. Good to see you. Shapes and layers. You guys ready for those shapes and layers? I do want to... Yes, I break everything down into shapes. We start from shapes. We build up from there. Simplified to detail. I want you guys to remember that you have to trust the process, and all your Baby Yodas are going to look whack and crazy throughout the process. But at the very end, the last like 5 minutes, they usually turn together, and you'll be proud, I promise. You just have to trust the process. We only have black canvas, so hopefully this will work out. Hey, that's fine. Green on top of black. We'll make it happen. You can't wait for me to... Hey, I'll teach those thick, thin lines. Don't you worry. Colors tonight. As usual, guys, I always tell everyone if you have black, white, red, yellow, blue, you can mix any color in the rainbow. So if you have those colors, we're good to go. If you have extras, like if you have like a lime green or a bunch of different greens or oranges or browns, that's an extra bonus. You don't have to mix your colors, but I'll teach you how to mix colors, so don't worry about that. I would suggest to start this with a pencil, or some people might have watercolor pencil crayons, or that's probably the best bet. Just for some people who want to get more detailed by the end, it's good to start with a good base, a good foundation. I will be doing it in paint to teach those who want to know, and because pencil, you guys won't be able to see it, so that doesn't help anything. Lately, I've been telling you guys to have just an extra piece of paper on the side. Doesn't have to be a canvas, just a piece of paper. You can practice drawing, you can practice colors, you can practice splatter on it. So some people are scared to ruin their piece, but I want you guys to let go of that fear, because ruining stuff makes it great. Do a bunch of you guys have greedy black screens? John Wick draws too. Amazing. No, yeah, we're all across the boards. Okay, I'll keep suggesting to refresh your browser. I don't really know. Took forever so low, but it's working now. Maybe it's a crazy day for the internet today, guys. Oh, we're all so excited. I like it. What time is it? Oh, we still got 5 minutes. What else can we talk about? Please let me know if I'm going too fast, if you have a question, if something isn't working right on your canvas. Usually if you're having a question, somebody out there might, because we already have 80 people in here. Who knows how many are painting? Oh, thanks for the props, Tanya. Who knows how many people are painting, but last time we had about 70, so you're painting with a lot of other people. Sometimes it's their first time too. They've never painted before. Halfway through, I will... Oh, thank you, John Wick. Halfway through, I will be showing you guys where everyone else is at. So it makes you feel a little better. You see where everyone's going. You feel rusty. Oh, Jessica Buddy, hello. I'm gonna giving a shout out to Emily. Hello, Emily. Are you out there? Good to see you back, Jessica and Jordan. You guys, they're the real OGs. They started paint night because I made a poll saying who will actually paint tonight, and they were the only ones that came. So our first paint night was the 3 of us, and look where we have grown. Amazing. Okay, guys, if you're having trouble with seeing me, if it's just a black screen and you're on your phone, maybe go to an iPad or a computer. That might solve your problem, it seems here. What else, guys? Is that it, that all? First time I've made it and my boyfriend's joining you. Date night. Oh, hey, Joe Kaiser. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you coming. Back again, what email can we use to tip you? Sweet angel. I appreciate that. TaylorOdinsky@gmail.com. Well, that should be on my Instagram too. ODY and SKI. I appreciate that. McCloy, hello. Look who it is. Cheers to Baby Yoda. Do we need to sketch now? Okay, so we've got a couple more minutes. We're going to let some people come in. Oh, Hayden. Oh, Hayden didn't want to do the flamingo, but now we're ready for the Yoda. I like it. Your boyfriend's painting tonight. Guys, lots of boys are painting tonight, and I like it. I like it. I'm excited to see all the little babes. Little Baby Yodas. Cheers to Baby Yodas, exactly. Cheers, guys. Okay. So, anything, thanks for the props. That's also another way I guess I should mention. Props. Those are other ways that you can tip me. There is a little present button somewhere on your screen. Again, I hate saying it because I don't expect you to tip me. You don't have to. I just get asked all the time, so I might as well just say it publicly. Those are props. So those little images that you give me at the bottom there, I can collect and I can cash out for money at the end of the month. So that's also an option too. Morphic, hello. Thanks, Valerie. Thanks, Anything. I really appreciate all that. Okay, guys, enough of my self-promotion, right? Like, should we get to some Baby Yodas? What you're all here for? You're like, Taylor, over it. Queen Lily made it. You've painted your own Baby Yoda, girl. You know what you're doing. Okay. So, woo-woo, third paint session. Guys, I like it. How many have you all been to? Are there some, like, you've got twice. Oh no, you got 2 Baby Yodas. That's true. 4. We've got 4. You're a pro. Oh, thanks for the little ducky, Morphic. 2. 5 with a question mark. You've done so many, you don't even know. All but 3. So Jessica and they've done like double digits. 3. Oh, you guys, I love it. Okay. Are we doing it? Is everyone ready? Let's go. 6. 5. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. And people think you're a pro. There you go. Okay. So some of you might want to take out your pencils. We are just doing shapes right now, all right? Just shapes. So you will be doing the little outlines. I'm going to be using green. So if you don't have green, take a blue and a yellow. That's how we mix green. Yoda is a little bit more yellowy green. So I would add more yellow than blue into your mixture. First time, so excited to be with Baby Yoda. Flamingo Crafts, I like it. Okay, so a good way to mix your colors, guys, get your paintbrush wet. I am using a little paintbrush. Again, remember, you can also be using a pencil right now. I know that there's some people who are saying their kids are drawers and doodlers and they had trouble with painting for the first time. Know that I'm a drawer at heart too, so I start my paintings in a drawing, sketchy way. Okay, so that will help. You people mixing your colors of paint, get your paintbrush wet and bring some water droplets onto your palette or whatever you have your paint on. so that you water down your paint a lot. Like, you hardly want any pigment in your little watery concoction. It's going to be more liquidier than chocolate milk, okay? And we're just going to start by just painting a rectangle. Like, how easy is that, right? Okay. Let's go. This is going to be up to where your Yoda's chin is. So look at your canvas. Imagine where you want to lay out your Baby Yoda so you don't do him too small or too big. Remember that we want his ears to fit in as well. We're going right up to where you would imagine your Baby Yoda's chin to be. So I'm going to go about here. I'm just going to paint a rectangle. And see how there's like hardly any pigment. It's so watered down because we're going to paint over this later. So if you're using a pencil, cool, ignore everything I'm talking about when it comes to the water. But I would still go very lightly still, okay? Look at that rectangle. Easy, right, guys? Okay. Moving on to step number 2. We're just going to do a little egg. It's going to look like the Super Bowl again. Whoop. I'll bring it closer for you guys to see, but there's just an egg on a rectangle. Not bad, right? Remember, guys, don't be scared if you want to tell me to slow down. But I'm just going for it. We're just doing some lines, so some people are going to be quicker. I kind of made my ear, maybe his head a little bit too big. We're going to just draw a line straight out. If you don't want it to go super close to the side, you can bring it in. I kind of made his head big, so he's just going to be larger than life. I'm leaving some room at the top because I want to put some splatter up there, but if you want to fill out your whole canvas with your Yoda, cool. And this line's going to point up just a little bit, alright? Ooh, did I start my time lapse? Give me 1 second. I got my goosenecks back, guys, so. Also, while you're drawing out these outlines, some of you might not know because some of you might not follow me on Instagram, but everybody who paints today and sends me a picture in DMs is going to be entering the draw to win that Baby Yoda shirt up there. He's on display. He's ready for ya. It's the coziest shirt of all time. It's the last Baby Yoda shirt I own. So you guys will be lucky enough to have it. Someone might be. We'll see. Okay. We've got our lines. And then you're going to decide how thick you want his ear. And you're going to draw a halfway line. And same on this side. You're just going to go halfway and draw a line. So far, so good. And then since his ears, are you saying woot or are you saying what? Because those are two different vibes we're going for there. Nice. Punctuation's important, okay? Okay. Now we're just gonna add those lines to make it almost like a triangle. You're gonna go straight down from the top and match at the bottom line. Do you guys already see your Baby Yoda just coming to life or what? And same over here. My ear's gonna go right off the page, so sorry I just directed you into that, but that's cool. He can just be larger than life, breaking the border. Or if you want, you can bring your ear even closer in to the circle. These are just guidelines of where our paint's gonna go. Sorry, I keep coming too close. So it's okay if you have to go over the lines or if these are messy and weird looking. You for sure, why isn't this? You people painting, you for sure want to remember that it's this milky concoction with not much paint. Like, you don't want globs of paint right now. This is just a nice, light, easy outline, okay? All right, so you see how he's coming together? Let's bring our pencils or our watery concoction still. And we're gonna follow the chin of the oval. And we are going to just make a line straight down. And depending on what's easier for you, if you want to make this bottom line to match, or if you want to put 2 lines down and then make the line, I personally think it's easier to try to match that line by following it this way. We're making his cutie little collar. Oops. You're just going to close it off. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. I know that you guys can't talk because you're all painting, so I'm just taking your silence as it's go time and we're happy. Okay. Let's bring that square. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just make a line. Make a line. And connect that baby. We'll just wait for you guys for a second. And then that's just gonna go whoop. You can bow it if you want. It's okay if the shape's not perfect because when we color over it, you can direct it however you want. Right? Cute. Okay, what's next? What's next? Let's give him some arms. So you're just gonna draw a little rectangle. Is it becoming redundant, you guys? I just like, since I'm a visual person, it's obviously easier for me to look at something and break it down to shapes, but for me it's hard to imagine not being a visual person, so it is very hard for me to know what's easy or not. So let me know if when I'm teaching you these shapes, people who've done it a couple times, are you able to translate that when you look at something? Can you kind of automatically see the shapes? Does that help a little bit? Hey, granddaughter. Thug Granny. I wish I was your granddaughter. I can. It makes it so much easier. Oh, you guys, yes. Okay, good. Now let's give him another little short arm on this side. This arm's a little bit shorter, okay? Another little rectangle. Look at that little Baby Yoda. Alright, this song's too chill. Let's go for the next one. What's next? What's next? What's next? How do I go next? Oh, we went right to an ad. That's a good song. Okay. We've got another rectangle coming at you. And again, you can break it down. Sorry, I just drew that really fast. You could do exactly what... My brain just shut off for a second. Do exactly what we did with the other rectangles. One line, and shut it off. Close it off. Can I use an eraser on canvas? So, I would suggest... It's hard for me to answer that because some canvases and some erasers wouldn't mix. I would practice on the side. If you just put your eraser on the side and if it leaves like a waxy mark, I wouldn't suggest it. But it's also okay if you don't feel like you have to erase it because we're going to paint right over top of it. Okay? Because one of my art teachers told us we were never allowed to erase ever. And that was just trying to get us in our head that there's no mistakes. We'll just fix it by putting other stuff on top of it. Wet cloth worked for me with a pencil. Okay, Jessica coming in hot. See, look, we've missed you, Jessica. Like, we haven't had you for so long. I haven't had your assists to help us. Jessica said with a pencil, if you wet a rag and use it a little bit lightly, it should get your pencil off. And she doesn't trust shapes. That's, what can you do? No mistakes, just happy accidents. Exactly, guys. Back to my Barb Ross ways. Okay, now our next shape is a circle. Throwing you crazy. Wow. It's okay if you go over your rectangle a little bit. Who cares? I kind of made his arms one longer than the other, but you know what? That's fine. Okay. We're just cruising, folks. I know a lot of people are probably watching this on YouTube too, because I got a lot of messages that you couldn't make it tonight. You guys can always send me messages too. I might be on my phone at the time, so you could catch me at a good time. I could try to help you live, but it's always best to make it to the live streams. They're so much fun. That arm sleeve on the right is a circle. Heck yeah, it is. Weep. You'll see why soon. Okay. Well, guess what, guys? This one little hand on this side is literally just a finger. And you're going to go over the rectangle that we did because his hand is in the sleeve. So this whole square is the sleeve. And we're going to come inside of it a little bit. And we're just going to draw a little, like, hot dog, basically. It could be a little U. You can curl it at the bottom if you want. Maybe a bean would be a little bean. Right? I don't know. Looks like a bean. I'll give you guys a second with the bean. Don't be stressed. Remember, don't be stressed. I know there's a couple of people out there that want to paint the Yoda with the coffee mug in his hands. You know who I'm talking to? You're not the only one, too. There's a couple of you. You could basically do exactly what we're doing right now, minus the hands. And at the end, you would literally just draw a coffee cup in the middle and do a green circle, and that's basically... It'll look exactly the same. But we can talk about that later. Okay. Now his other hand. Are we ready? You're going to start by just making a line in the middle like you're about to make a circle for the donut. Because that's going to be where his little hand starts, okay? I know we talked about this at the start, but Greg, I still can't believe you're painting right now. It blows my mind. Little donut, look who it is, the Justin sneaking in with the little cutie prop. Thanks. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Thursday. But I've been calling them quarantine ThursTay's instead. I feel like that's fun. Okay, we've got that line of the donut, right? And we're gonna draw some more little beans out of it, okay? We've got one little bean that doesn't even make it out of the circle yet. Anything, I appreciate the star too. Ooh, I never saw that the star shoots off when you press it. That's cool. Okay, we had a bean. Now we want another bean, but this one curls a little bit, okay? Curly bean. Oh, ignore that shape for a second. I just drew our Yoda as salad fingers. Just pretend like that didn't. I know I just told you guys not to erase, but I have to show you guys right. Okay. Okay. Don't make it so big. We'll just give a little bean right there. Just an average size bean, okay? We're gonna give him little nails at the end, but he's still a little salad fingery, but you know, we're just gonna figure this out together later. And one last bean that starts halfway down the last bean. Does that make sense? I'll show you up close. Where is the eggplant emoji when I need it? Literally, exactly. Sorry, I just made such a graphic hand for everyone, but you know, it's getting there. It's coming along. Okay. Guys, sometimes art isn't pretty, alright? We gotta figure it out together. Yeah, just because when I look at it on the picture, because I'm painting from the side, and I am cross-eyed already, so my depth perception is very messed up all the time. So some shapes are just gonna get out of whack, and you know, we're just gonna go for it. Adrian comes in with the eggplant emoji. Every body is beautiful. You're right, Cassie. I love that. Art school PTSD, I know, hey? Justin, are you drawing him now? I know, Jessica, you hate the shapes, but you're going to have a cute baby Yoda at the end of this, and it's going to be thrilling. Okay. Can we do a background? Yeah, but not yet. We will do a background, but... Well, I didn't do a background on this guy. Backgrounds I paint last anyway. That I usually let you guys, if you want to throw in a crazy background, you go for it. I'm going to show you how I splattered what I did up there, and you go for it. You do whatever you wish. Okay. We're gonna paint his little face now, guys. So pencil users, paint very lightly, okay? Very lightly when you do this. You guys with watery paint, very watery. It's getting crazy for a second, okay? So our Yoda is looking up here, right? He is looking to the, what's your direction? Right, okay? Or no, he's looking to the left because it's the same as on yours. Okay, so we want his face to be a little to the side. So we're doing some real art school madness here. You guys are gonna be like, feel like a real artist if you've never drawn before, okay? We are gonna do a light curved line, okay? On the far left, we're not doing half, we're going about a little, the first third of his face. We're just gonna do a little line so that we lay out where his face is gonna go perfectly, okay? It doesn't really have to be curved. If you wanna do just a straight line, go for it. This is just a layout. Looking up, looking left. So exactly as Justin said, since he is looking up, when we do the line to line up where his eyeballs are going to go, we are going to be making a upwards line. So it's going to be curved up because we want him to be looking up, right? So we're going to go again, probably to the top half, not exactly half of your line, but the top, and you're just going to make another curved line. Whoop. So cute. Yes, I'm glad that you guys are excited for him. Nerdy Bales, I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, okay? Aw, thanks for the props. Nice celebration, I like it. I'm also here, we can talk about that too while you guys draw those lines. I'm doing a paint day on Saturday. This Saturday, in 2 days. Kenzie. In 2 days at 2 p.m., we are going to be painting this King Panda up in the corner here. Beep. It's pretty exciting if you ask me. Okay guys, is this what he looks like so far? Do you see the odes? You're cheating on me. No. Okay. No, yes. So cute already, you guys. Look at, you're all so ready. You're both making Yoda, and they're going to be so different. You just wait until I show you all the potentially 80 other Yodas that are out there, okay? Because everyone's looks different, and it's the best. Oh, Tanya, thanks for the props. Cookies and milk. And you wish you were painting this one? Hey, you can paint it another time. The YouTube video is going to be up soon, okay? Hello, everyone on YouTube right now. And I am drinking wine. Wow! Lucas is sketching with a pencil. Guys, I get that, 100%. You should. If you're comfortable with a pencil, do it with a pencil. I drew with a pencil for years, my paintings first, until after a while I got more into just painting it. But that took me some time. I liked drawing first. Okay, Lily's about to crack a bottle too. Let's do it. Okay. Are you guys ready? We are about to make eye sockets. So remember this right now, that we aren't drawing his eye. We want it to be bigger than the eyeballs. It's totally okay if they're bigger. We're just doing a circle. We're gonna do one big oval circle and another, okay? I'll show you. I made this one a little bit too small. Give me a second there. He's gonna look ridiculous, but it looks like he has glasses right now. Yes, exactly, like goggles, exactly. It's okay if it goes over his head a little bit, because he has, it's okay. That's good. Little cutie goggles. And sipping wine, I'm chugging it. Hey, I'll chug it, that's cool. That's fine with me too. Okay. And just like slowly. He's got a cute as heck little nose. So where your little goggles meet up, you're literally just gonna do a little blob. Look at that. For pencil people, this is just a circle. You're gonna just do another little circle. My paint was just really wet, so it just turned into a blob, but it's a circle. He looks like South Park or something. What does he look like? He's so cute. Okay. We've basically got our Baby Yoda, you guys. Upside down, it looks like the Fortnite bus. I don't know what the Fortnite bus looks like. Okay. Now, what are we doing? We're going to give him little eyeballs. Someone switched to paint. That's cool. No worries. We're about to just draw his little eyeballs on, and then we're all going to paint, okay? So even if you're a pencil person, we are drawing his eyes, and then we're going to paint, okay? So we're going to follow the bottom of the circle that we just made, and we are going to make another circle, guys. It's just circle party. It's kind of more of an oval. And same on this side. We're going to make another little circle. And again, we can shape stuff out a little bit better after, but that's about it so far. That's basically looking like Baby Yoda. So I'm gonna let you guys finish these shapes. Take a peek at it as much as you want. I don't know if you saw up here, I drew them out. Yeah, that was too small. We are all going to move to paint now. If you were a pencil person, or again, if you were planning on just doing pencil crayon, just doing watercolor, whatever, that's super cool. For people who are planning on acrylic painting, we are getting out our acrylic paints now, and we are going to be taking out brown. But if you don't have brown, you'll be mixing kind of, the easiest way probably would be with your red and yellow to make orange, and then add tiny touches of black in it, like the tiniest touch, because what, guys? What do I say every time? Black is very powerful, okay? And it'll overpower any color you use ever. So you don't want to use lots of it. You could probably just put a little bit of black into your red. And do you have blue, maybe? Actually, I'd probably start with just black into your red. I'd start with that first. Yeah. Okay. And again, guys, remember when you're mixing your colors, a little bit of water, it goes a long way. Every single store is sold out of paint right now. It's crazy. Okay, guys, still call Mona Lisa. They aren't fully sold out, but they are a little bit higher end painting. So for 50 bucks, you will get enough paint to last you about, I think they said 20 paintings. We'll start black into the red and then see where you go. Okay, cool. I'm going just brown. I was saying the orange for people who don't have brown. So orange with a little bit of black usually helps to make a little browny color. But if you have brown, just frickin' go for it. Okay, I'll also take a little bit of white out as well. Not white out, but white out onto your palette, okay? And you're just going to keep that white just safe on the side. Don't take out too much paint, guys. That's just a regular PSA. More than a couple of you have also messaged me about how you have a lot of paint left on your easel. So I do that all the time. I waste so much paint still, and I try to not to. The secret is don't take out too much. You can always add more, but you can't put back in. So just take out, like, I don't take out all my colors at the start. I just take out colors as I need them and just little bits of them so that you can save your paint. Let it go as long as you can. Okay, so we are going to use the biggest brush you got. It can be a pointed brush. It can be a brown square brush. It can be whatever you want. Right now we are just filling in his cutie little outfit. You're gonna start by, I'm gonna use this brush. Ooh, why do I keep going off? This brush. You want your paintbrush to be nice and wet, so I dip my paintbrush in my water every once in a while. And I always make sure that I mix it around so that every bristle is filled with paint. I know you guys who've come for the 5, 6, whatever, you're like, okay, Taylor, I've heard this so many times, but we gotta go for it. And I personally like to work dark to light, so I put a flat base color of the darkest color we're gonna use, and then we slowly work up lighter colors, and it adds depth. Okay? So we've got some brown on our brush. It's nice. It's not like our chocolate milk we were talking before. It's mostly paint, but we have a little bit of water in there to make it go a long way. And you are just going to start by, I'm always putting my paintbrush top to bottom. I'm not going to go left and right and crazy. I'm going to be very conscious of the way that I'm putting my paintbrush. But you are going to just fill up his little outfit. And it's okay if you go over some of the green lines or pencil lines that we did before, because we're slowly going to fill that on up too. We'll re-outline him again. I'm avoiding his sleeve holes and his shirt at the moment. And you can go a little bit farther than your rectangle was drawn, if that makes sense. So remember how we drew the rectangle right here? You can go a brush stroke or two outside under his little arm. He's a little fatter than the rectangle we drew. Okay. Just slob it on, guys. Just throw a bunch of paint in there. Oops, oops, oops. Okay. It's pretty easy, right? Remember, everyone, I paint very messy and very brushstrokey, and I don't go all the way to the edges of the canvas. I like when it looks like you can see those brushstrokes, but some people, I'm gonna say a lot of people don't like doing that. So if you want to paint flush right to the edge, go for it. If you are stressed that you can see your brushstrokes in here, don't worry too much, because we're gonna keep painting over this spot with other paints. Which we kind of want to do now that it is... Oh, Baron, put white in your... I'd put a little bit of white in your brown if you're doing it on a black canvas. That'll help it push out, and then you'll just be adding more white than the rest of us, okay? So we kind of want our paint to be a little bit wet right now. We're going to put our paintbrush just right into the white paint with the brown already on our brush. We're not going to worry about cleaning it or anything. And you're going to just give it a couple swipes on your palette so that it mixes together. You see how the white kind of mixed in with the brown a little bit. And if your if your canvas is still wet paint, this will work great. You can literally start working in your lighter color in some spots. Okay, we're going to start right here. And see how that's a little bit lighter and it's showing some definition on his shirt. This goes in with shading and value. So we always have to decide, which I kind of forgot to talk about at the start, so my apologies, where the sun is going to be in this picture so that all of your shading and value and everything makes sense. So in this picture, the sun is coming from the top left. He's like looking up to the light in a sense, okay? So that means that the left side of every shape and every item that we put on here should be lighter than the dark side of it. Does that kind of make sense? So for example, if we're thinking of this rectangle arm that we made, on the left-hand side, it's going to be the lighter brown, and then we're going to put darker brown onto this side. Does that make sense? So the sun is always top left in Tay's world. Yeah, it kind of is, actually. Now that I think of it, I do always put it up here. Sorry. Okay. So we've got that white and brown on our brush, and we've added just a swipe or two of lighter brown on his arm. Baby Yoda's looking to the light side. Don't go to the dark side, Baby Yoda. You're right. Okay. And then this part of his little jacket, we're going to bring a white line down and go the other direction. Can I pause for like 1 minute? Yeah. Yep. Yep. Aw, Justo, thanks. Here, I'll hold it closer if you guys need. Remember, I'm a brush strokey girl, so I will always be kind of mixing my paints in with the wet. I'm okay if I see a stroke or two. That's all right with me. But if you want to blend it out, you can take, some people are blenders, you can take a brush, a clean brush, and you can literally fluff onto wet paint. You can kind of fluff out. I don't know if you can see it happening here, but see how I can kind of fluff out that hard line, and you can make it smooth if you want. Like this guy, yeah, Justin likes it. He's way more particular than I am, so we take a very different amount of time on painting. which is not a bad thing. We paint different. That's cool. So I'm personally going to make that line sharp again just because that's how I like it. But for you who want to smooth it out, that's a way to do it. So see, it used to look like this, and now it's kind of a little more blended. Like I talked about in another stream, I had a teacher in art school who's like my nemesis, but also a great teacher in a weird way. He was very fluffy and soft, and all of his paintings were very realistic and like smooth. And he always wanted me to like smooth and fluff it out, but instead he would just see me like so happy, like slosh and paint around, and he'd be like, "No, Taylor, do it this way." And I was like, no, thank you. His name was Ken. Sorry, Ken, for calling you out, but his name was Ken. Ken DeMar. He was actually a great teacher because in the end, all semester, I thought he hated me because I tried very hard and did great work, and he would never tell me it was good, and he never graded me good. And then at the end of the year, he gave me an A+ and was like, "I knew if I gave you an A at the start, you wouldn't try hard. So I pushed you, and look at the artist you are now." And, you know, he's kind of right. So I hate you, but I don't, okay? If you ever see this, Ken. Okay. I'm going to pick up again, okay? You're our boy, Ken. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, remember we're using that whitish brush, and we just kind of made a line down and went the other direction just to show the opening of his jacket. You never had Ken? He was an interesting soul, that guy. A negative Nancy in his own way. Okay. And then here we've got our circle. We've got our donut on this side. We still have this whitish brush with some little bit of water on it. And we're going to kind of follow along that donut and just kind of cut out a little bit. And then you can just bring that with a couple brush strokes in. Whoop, 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 whoop. He gave us a bunch of free paintbrushes, though. Hey, you guys, that's actually funny that you say that. A couple of mine in here. Oh my god, it'll take me forever to find it. I still have a couple of his paintbrushes, too. So there's some good in him, Carl. I mean, Ken, there's some good in him. I just said Carl because Carl is actually the best teacher I've ever had. Shout out Carl Geist. He's an amazing soul. To a lot of people. You too, yeah, exactly. Okay. Do we have this just like weird looking, what you call it? Jacket coming along. We got some texture in there. We got some dark to lights. Everyone praise Carl. You know what's funny? He actually is the only reason, because I dropped out of ACAD my first semester, and Ken was my teacher, and he made me cry many times. And Carl was the best. He was so supportive. And if it was up to just Ken, I would have never went back to ACAD. But since Carl was the sweetest man in the world, I came back. I went to ACAD, the Alberta College of Art and Design, which is now OAD or something? Alberta University of Design and Arts or something. Okay, everybody. What else do we got here? Let's do this instead. We are going to go in with that same light brown that we just used. You might even want to add a little bit more brown to it to make it a nice tan color here. It's okay if it's close to the bottom here because, again, we're going to be adding a lot of light color on top. But we're going to be going right to this cutie little neck scarf he's got going on here. And another tip, everyone, your acrylic paints will dry darker on your canvas than they look on your palette. So just keep that in mind, that they'll dry like 10% darker. Okay, and when we were talking about direction with the jacket, how we're going up and down, with the collar, we want to keep going left to right. Left or right to left, whatever, but horizontally. Add a little bit of water on your brush here. Again, I always forget to show this trick or tip. So if your paintbrush is dry, it'll give this like sandpapery look almost, did you see? But if you add a little bit of water to the same brush, that's how you will get full coverage. So there's time and place to use both dry brush and wet brush, but just so you know what's happening if you see that going on. Okay? We're filling up. It's okay if it's messy. You can close it off at the end. Okay? Loving it. Loving Baby Yoda. Thank you, Josh. Well, Josh ha hello ha ha. Is that how you say it? How's that coming? And you're still gonna just color in these beans. Or not coloring. Sorry. You're not gonna color in the bean, you're gonna color in his sleeve. You keep that bean clear. It's like Siri laughing, right? She's like, ah ha 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 ha. Isn't that how it sounds? If nobody knows what I'm talking about, go to Siri's laughing, a YouTube video later. Okay, and then we are gonna fill up that donut over here as well, but leave those little sausages out of there because we're gonna paint those green. And you can go in between those two if you want. Okay. Oops. So cute. Okay. It's so hard to paint it from the side. Okay. We are going to grab some more. Like, what are we gonna do? I don't remember. We are gonna grab. We're still using the same big brush, or again, if you have a square brush, you can use a square brush. Whatever you wish. We are gonna grab pure white onto our brush and add just a small amount of brown. We don't want too much brown. Again, white can be overpowered by any paint color in a second. So slowly add a little bit of brown in one at a time, or one little drippy of brown at a time. Okay? And we are right over top. It's okay if it's still wet. It'll blend a little bit in there. We're gonna add a couple strokes of that lighter brown on top. Because remember, the sun is in the top left, so we want the lightest to be at this edge, right? Beep, beep, beep. And it's okay if it's a little bit darker on this side. And let's give it a little bit of a lighter color. I'm just brushing it in like messy little strokes because this is like a fluffy jacket that he has, right? So it's okay if it has some little lines in it. If there's like more white in one spot, who cares? You can dry brush this out if you want to try your dry brush technique, which just is like dabbing your brush on your paper towel so it's dry. Whatever you guys want. But you want to leave some of that brown that we played in popping out from the, popping out from underneath. Okay? Let's do that. Let me check up on you on Instagram here. Someone didn't have brown, so it's a magenta coat. Hey, I'll take that. Make your jacket whatever you want. They see me yodeling. Okay. Okay. Guys, is it coming along? It seems like there's a lot of you. Do you want to see what everyone else's looks like right now? Okay. Remember, if you are sending me your photo in Instagram, please make sure that you are putting it as keep in chat. If it doesn't say keep in chat, then I can't show you guys what it looks like. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Oh, my Lanta, I just spilled water everywhere. Narrow dodge of the laptop. Okay, that's cute. Let's see here. You guys still hear me?
This is a cardinal sin of EDM.
What's a cardinal sin? Okay. Tell me about a dead mouse. Okay, let's see what we've got here. My setup's a little bit of a mess today. All right, let's see. You guys ready? Wow, these first few look great. Okay, check that out. Loving the goggles on our cutie little Yods. Okay, there's one. Here we go. Wow, looks great. Guys, getting that brush stroke in. Justin's living for these already. Okay. And there's Lucas's. Or no, yeah, Lucas's. Great. Okay, what we got here, what we got here. Oh, beautiful. You guys, I'm so excited. Oh, this one's on a circle canvas. Ooh. What else? What else we got? Oh my gosh, look. So cute. Love. Oh yeah, there's two of you. Yes. You guys still painting that lighter brown on there. Look at those nice brush strokes on that one. Oh my gosh. Here's a magenta coat coming up. Oh, heck yes. Ooh, you have a nice green too. That's a good Yoda green. Yeah, Nerdy Bales. Nice drawing. A lot of you guys are good at drawing already. Look at you go. Yours looks like Stewie Griffin. Oh, but I can't see it. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's to something else. Oh, and that was the first one. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we're going to get back to painting. We'll keep going. There's a lot of you in there today, so don't worry if your picture doesn't get up on there. I post all the ones that you tag me in to my story. Okay, guys, I always try to figure out, like, how to teach you ways that I paint. Again, I've said many times, like, talking about Carl, he would never want to show you how, I mean, he would never want you to mix paints with your paintbrush. He would always want you to mix it with a palette knife so that it can be, like, smooth and clean. Oh, Dresden Darky, thank you. I appreciate that. You came to a paint night with Tay. Anyway, but I like to mix it with my brush because I think it's cool when you have little bits of different colors not fully mixed. And so if we're taking that light brown on, oh, don't worry about panic repainting, guys. Don't panic repaint. It's okay if something dries, you can add on to it other colors. You wish yours was like mine. Okay. So we're going to take that same color that we were using on top of here. And you are just going to stroke it again. Start from the left because we want the left to be the lightest. You can use some dry brush technique at the bottom there. Same with this side. You sound like an amazing student. Ooh, he was the best. Literally the best. Diana, heck yeah, you'll be watching this. This will be on YouTube ASAP. Before I go to bed today, I always set them up. Okay, guys. So, one thing that I was going back on, sorry I tangented a little bit there. But maybe as I'm using that light brown, I'm going to go in with this still wet paintbrush with the same color and just add on a touch of pure white onto my brush. So, I didn't mix into it. I just went right into my white. And then it kind of adds some nice little blocks of color in there too. Again, these can be like more advanced tips if you want. Don't feel like you have to follow every single thing that I do, but I think some people like to know some other tips. So I'll try to do as many as I can. Here again, I'm just dry brushing on some of that white paint. And like, oh no, I think I put too much white down there. So all you'd have to do is go back in and add a little bit more brown into your concoction and add that right on top. Because there's no mistakes, right guys? No mistakes. Only happy accidents. Okay. You can go in between brown and white. You can just play around with your paintbrush. I think it's fun. So, how's it coming? Pretty cute, right? For some people, I saw people asking me on there about blending in, like maybe you made some sharper lines that you don't like as much. Who knows? Same exactly as I did on there. You can grab pure brown on your brush, do a dip of white, and just add some more lines over top until it disappears. Just blend away those mistakes. I'm shy to say it's hot in here. Okay. What is next, guys? Are we starting to paint the green of the Yoda? No, we're not, actually. Sorry, I lied to you. We are going to do some white splatter quick, okay? because we kind of want his neck thing to look fuzzy, right? So we are gonna go in with a smallish paintbrush, medium to small, whatever you wish. And for those of you who are new, we're starting to splatter, and splatter can get messy, so feel free to put some newspaper down. Some people put garbage bags. If you're flicking straight down, it's not as bad. If you're flicking out, usually it gets a little crazy, okay? So we're gonna go into our pure white, and we are gonna keep grabbing some water from our water dish and bringing it over into our pure white. And we're doing basically exactly what we did with the outline, but we want it to be basically chocolate milk. We want it to be a little bit thicker than the paint we started with, okay? And we're just raving today. Okay. And I will show you what happens when there's too much paint in your water, but I'm doing this before we do his face because it's harder to block his face with the splatter. It's okay right now if we get splatter, white splatter everywhere, who cares? And then we'll paint green over top of it, okay? But we're kind of aiming for this rough area. If you're very particular and don't want to make a mess, feel free to put a piece of paper over here and over here so that your splatter can only be directed at the spots that you want. But I just like to be wild and let it go wherever it wants, okay? So you are going to... Your brush is still messy from last time. Your toothbrush? I don't know the best way to show you how. I'll just show you from here first. I'm going about, whatever, 6 inches away from the canvas. Or, that's a lie. Let's do 3 inches away from the canvas. And you're literally just going to flick it. And I'm going to show you right now what's the problem here. So, I don't have enough water in my paint. So see how there's lines here? There's like lines in my spots. That is happening because your paint is too thick. You can easily dab it away with a wet rag or paper towel or something. But then that just means when you go back in to add more water into your paint. Does that make sense? I'm personally okay with it splattering over here, but if you're not, block it up, okay? But yeah, those lines mean that your paint's a little thick, so you just want to add more water. It's totally more water than paint at this process. Okay, I just dipped my brush into the same yeah, okay. So that is a very common occurrence that maybe I should bring up. It's usually safest. I very rarely drink without a cup that has a lid. I always have this big water bottle in here because that is a very normal thing to happen. But I'm not following my tip right now though. Like, look, but mine's just so far away. Like, I put this way over here because it's just inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable. See that splatter there, guys? It's kind of crazy, but I'm crazy. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna paint some green on the dude. Are you guys ready? Okay. Green. If you don't have green, you are going to take blue and yellow. Remember we were talking at the start. He's a little more yellowy green, so you can put a little bit more yellow than blue. Okay. Heck yeah, green time. Oh my gosh, I just poured water over there. You're officially tape painting now. Yes, you are. My paint nights never used to have all my fun tay tricks in it, but now I'm like, why not? So the last few have been. Not yellow to blue, hard to make the right color amount. Okay, yes, respect. Justin is very right. If you have yellow, keep adding a little bit of blue to your yellow pile. That's... Thank you, Justin. Because blue is the overpower of yellow, so it'll take it over no matter what. So back to the slow. You can always add more easier than take away. Where's my green? Okay. So I let some of you guys mix that green. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Sorry guys, I have to remember how to paint this too. Again, you can take a medium brush. It really depends what size your Yoda is. If he's really small, I'd take whatever, probably a little bit smaller of a paintbrush than this. But we are just going to be, again, dark to light. So we're laying our darkest green. If you have multiple greens, lay down your darkest green. It's, again, we kind of jumped back from the very watery paint. We're going back to more paint than water. So just add a little bit of water on your brush, okay? And we're going to start by just filling in. What size of... Okay, so I'm using a medium. This is a medium-ish brush. It's the same size I used with the bottom. It just depends what size your Yoda is. So if your Yoda is really small, maybe you want to use a little bit of a smaller brush, but we aren't doing anything super particular. We are just filling in some spots of green, okay? So, hey, we don't say that word on my stream, YouTube. Okay, there we go. We are gonna follow along and leave out some space for where his cutie little ear hole's gonna go of pink. We are gonna follow that top circle because that's his eyebrow, you guys. The top of that circle that we drew. Eyebrow. And you're basically just gonna color in. There's not much rhyme or reason. You just don't want to fill in his eyeball, not the whole circle, but his eyeball. Justin, eyebrows are very important. So guys, I was very obsessed with my eyebrows when I went to art school, and I drew them on real thick and real dark. I guess they kind of are still dark, but they were just the worst. And Justin has great eyebrows as well. On fleek for sure. And one day someone said eyebrows weren't important, or I can't remember how it came up, but we had to prove that eyebrows are important. So Justin photoshopped both of us, a picture of both of us with no eyebrows on it at all, and it was horrifying. And we proved our point, so everyone can suck it. Okay, maybe Justin can find that, and I'll share it on Instagram after the stream. Just putting you to work, Justin. Sorry. Okay. Again, I'm going left to right with because I just think it's to choose one direction with your paintbrush is usually easier to smooth it out on there. But you do you, boo. Eyebrows are the most important, and you need a Justin. Hey, he's right here. Okay. Same with this ear. You're gonna color that guy in. Right? Coming along. Sorry guys, I'm really ADD with my music today. It's just not feeling right. But every time I press next, you guys have to listen to an ad, so sorry. Okay. And this is going to feel weird for some people. Skip it if you don't want to have a super detailed Yoda. If people are looking for a detailed Yoda, he has a little bump on his head. So we're just going to add another little whoop right there. Again, if you don't want to go against the grain, keep it to your oval, but that little bump is there for people who want to go full detailed Yods. And then same over here, you're just going to follow the circle, and then he has a jutted out eyebrow a little bit. So you're still following your shapes, other than this little forehead bump or whatever you want to call that. That should still be, you can bump out your oval that you made for his goggles because of his cute little eyebrow. Right. You can cover that in there too. Just stuff that in. Lucas said that the music was good, then a second later you said it's Sorry. You liked the music, the ad music better than the music that's playing. I greatly apologize. Trust me, if we could listen to copyrighted music, I would have a banging playlist, you guys. But I have to be very careful with what music I play, or else YouTube will mute my videos, and then you guys will just not be able to watch them because it would just be me not speaking. Okay. Okay. And And then you can color in his little eyebrows if you, I mean, not eyebrows, they're eyelids. Check that out. Wow, mine's a little wonky, but I like him that way. This is easier than the B. I did the bump and I totally messed up. Okay, well, for you who thinks the bump's a mess up, I'm sure it's actually not as bad as you think, but you can always, like, white it out with white paint. Once it's dry, wait for it to dry completely, and then use some white to cover up that spot. But makes me laugh that this is easier than the B. It's so, like, the amount of people that had so much trouble with the sky and the trees, and then they're like, the B's easy. And I'm like, what? I don't understand how this works. I don't know what's hard or easy, you guys. You're also going to paint in his little sausage fingers. Oh, there too. We've got one sausage finger, and then we've got another sausage finger. And another one. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you all paint him in. And we'll have a snack break, pee break, fill up your drink break for like a minute. I'll be right back, okay? You keep painting your little guy green and give me uno momento. Pee break, yeah, 100% a pee break, guys. Where am I at here? Let's take off that. Be right back. Okay, how are our little Yods doing? So, this is hard for me to show because I want to put my canvas right up quickly, and you can't really. Maybe we should just do it at the end then. Sorry, guys, I'm just figuring out how to do the class live with you right now. Let's ignore what I just said. Okay, we've painted all those nubbins. Let's go start some highlights in there, okay? So you're gonna take that green that we used already. Just cleaning my brush a little bit. Okay, take that green that we were using already and you're gonna add a touch of white in there. Because we are starting to go this light to dark to add some depth and some value and some shading on this little guy's face. You can use a small brush, a medium brush. I'm literally using the same brush apparently this whole time, but I'm going in with this touch of lighter green. We don't want it to be too much lighter because we still have another stage of light to go. But we're just going to start highlighting little parts like, oh, maybe I'll do mine a bit lighter so you guys can see it better. But you're going to put a little white blob in his cutie little nose. Again, you're using a not too wet, not too, you're nice in the middle paint to water ratio. You are going to imagine where your little goggle line was. You're going to paint a little white line above it because this is his eyebrow line that we're making. It's okay if it's a little watery. It's okay if your green is still a little wet and it's blending in a little bit with it. That's cool. I'll stop for now. Those are the 3 white lines. beep, beep, beep. Okay. I'm gonna come right up from his nose. And follow that bump if you got one. If not, just bring that line up. Are we seeing these shapes come together a little bit? Again, tell me if this is stressful. I never know. It's funny because I usually host paint nights with people in the room so I can visually see where y'all at, but I'm just in a room by myself right now, guys. We're just going blind. Okay. Don't be stressed. We're gonna just do another line. What about his eyebrow? You're still painting his sausage fingers. Okay, okay, cool. We'll take a chill for a minute. I'll hold him here. Anybody have any questions or any concerns at this stage? How are all the husbands doing out there? All you first-time painters? Have there been any quitters yet? Tell me if you're a quitter. So I think he's looking pretty cute right now, you guys. But that's just me. How about while you chill, let's see what else we got sent here. Oh, yes. Okay, let's just check her out for now. Brandon and I are killing it. I love him. My pencil marks are bleeding through. That might just mean you might need a little bit more paint on top of them. Still painting, but had a minor cry for dropping your brush in the white space. Psh, we'll just paint a background around it. Or you can rub it with a wet rag. You can rub stuff off usually. Don't cry, guys. Chicken Lady loves hers. Yours looks like a little Martian. Is that not what he is? Then you're on the right track, if you ask me. Pencil marks, though, yeah, you might just need more paint. It's smudged. We're literally gonna splatter a bunch of paint on that background anyway, so. Who cares? Still paint. Oh yeah, what else we got down there? Loving the process. Yes! The teacher in me that I didn't even know was there loves to hear that. Okay, so let's see. Look at these examples. I think there's another one here. Like, are you killing? And Lucas is still with us! Yes! Yes. It's a Christmas miracle. Is Greg still with us? What else we got? Oh, yes. The black sprinkle paint. Okay, so you might have pressed a little hard on your pencil, so there might just be a little bit of extra graphite. Ooh, that's a good one too. But what I would suggest, Valerie, is to let the paint that you have on there already dry right now with the smudged pencil in it. That's fine, but once your paint dries on that smudged, then it should be locked in, if that makes sense. And then you can paint over top of it. But you have to let it dry completely. If anyone else is also having that trouble, if your pencil marks are bleeding and mixing with your paint, do it consciously, let it dry, and then add another layer on top once it's fully dry. Greg is stressing. Greg, trust the process, okay? It'll turn out in the end, I promise. That's a great one. You guys, I'm obsessed with all these Baby Yodas right now. Do we have some more examples? Here's another one. Oh my gosh, killing it. Love the eyebrows. Love the eyebrows. Yes. You guys, look at them all. I'm so proud. I won't lie to you. I was stressing a little bit that it would be a little hard. Oh my gosh, look at the black canvases. Amazing. Amazing. You're worried he'll be cross-eyed? Black paint will cover over anything. And nothing wrong with being cross-eyed. Remember, I'm cross-eyed. Oh my gosh, you guys. You are killing it. Okay, wow. I'm impressed. Love the black canvas. That's cool, the black canvas. Guys, everyone's loving the black canvas. So one thing that we can do after, it's a little bit different because it won't have the same effect, but you can literally paint a black background on this once we're done. I paint all my backgrounds last because I like to clean up edges, or sometimes I don't know what the background should look like until it's done, and then you just know it's right. So for all y'all loving that black canvas, thank you, Chicken Lady, for the prop. Once we are done the Yoda, you can paint that black canvas if you'd like. Okay. So I still have this white or green, same, oh no, I just got a bunch of brown in it though. Emergency. Okay. We've still got that white, green, or whatever. We're gonna do a couple touches of this light color on his earlobe, on the lines of his ears. Remember, don't be too precious with it. It's totally okay if there are little sketchy lines. Let's turn this down a second. We are going to make one little lighter line above his eyeball. We can actually wait for that line if you want. Remember, all these things, we can come back and highlight it again, like everything. You can paint on top of it till you die if you want. Layers and layers and layers of paint. But, let's see, what's next? We're just gonna make a square. It might feel weird, but you're gonna make a circle where his mouth should go. Looks like a goatee, or looks like he's like screaming, like, right now. I want to picture like it's a beard or something. And it's using, like, I'm not using loads of paint. You're still a really watered down paintbrush. We've got, again, because he's looking up to the left, and the left side is light. We are just going to put some light by his little cheeky. I almost have too much water on my paintbrush. Okay. He also does have a touch of a dimple, almost. Maybe dimple? So there's another little circles. There's a couple circles beside there. Okay. I'm on his little sausage finger still, right? We're just making that white line on the left side of the shape because that's where the light is. Hello, Perry boy. It's been a while. How are you doing? Same with this little sausage. And again, think of this one finger as the first initial bean shape that we drew, and on the left side of it, it's lighter. Yeah? Please never be afraid to tell me if something is going terribly wrong, because it will help others, okay? Let's help each other. I keep forgetting paint nights. Ah, don't worry. They are Tuesdays and Thursdays now. And there is one on Saturday now, too. So you guys are going to see my face a lot this week. All right? Sorry, not sorry. My babe's right hand looks stupid. Just blobs. Mine kind of does, too, right now. Once we add some black in there, it will, I promise, it'll resolve himself out a little bit. Mine are just blobs, too. This is literally just a green bean. But once we draw a little nail and add like a black line here and there, perfect. Trust in the process. You're first time here and you've already got it down. I like it. Yes, and Taytay's right. On Saturday we are painting the King Panda, which is conveniently right here. And that's thanks to my cousin Lucas. Shout out to Lucas because it was his idea and I never would have thought of it. So, I like it. Okay, everyone, do we have red? And does everyone have red? Or a pink? Red and white is where we're going to just be painting some color into his ears and bringing a little bit of it into here. Only blood, Lily. You're ridiculous. If you have orange, we can do a little bit of orange instead. It's literally the tiniest. Like, take out the tiniest amount of red. We don't need lots. Oh my, you are late, Match, but it is okay. You made it to Baby Yoda. Yes, you did. Okay. I always go into Kirsten Wig for some reason. It just comes out of me. Oh my gosh. Which is funny because look what my background is on my phone. Oh, you can't. I have to clear all my things. It's literally been my background for like years. I love her. Okay, let's do it. I'm taking some white out as well. And it's gonna feel weird what I'm about to tell you to do next, but this is another Carl rule of thumb. It's very important to bring the same colors throughout the whole piece to make it feel unison, if that makes sense. So now that we're painting some little pink in his ears, it would be really weird because there'll only be light pink here, and that'll be the only spot. So your eye will kind of be like, what? Something doesn't make sense. Why is there only pink there? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of pink and white in there, but we're also gonna mix a little bit of the brown in with the pink. It's gonna feel like muddy and weird, but we're gonna add a little bit of drops of those throughout the piece, and it just makes your whole painting feel more unison. You guys are gonna get some art. You're getting free art college right here. I had to pay money to learn that. Okay. So the one way that's actually what you're supposed to do is paint a base, like a background underpainting of one color, and then you paint your whole painting on top of it. And the reason that I don't teach you guys that way is because I'm not sure what type of quality of paints you guys have at home. So a lot of paints, if they're not the greatest quality, they have a hard time painting on top of already laid down paint. So if I told you guys to paint, like for example, Baron was having a hard time, his brown wasn't showing up. But even more so, like a yellow on a dark color sometimes won't show bright. So the way that I teach you guys is so that you at home don't get super frustrated. But if you know you have a good quality paints and you want to just paint the base of your background of your painting before you come one day, go for it. Okay, does that make sense? So you're going to take your red and you're going to mix it with white. I'm literally, for some reason, I'm just using the same brush the whole time, guys. It's the same medium brush. You don't want your red to be too dark, because again, you don't want it to stick out like a sore thumb. We're only mixing it with red and white right now. There's no brown in it at the moment. You have a nice mixture, a wet brush, not too much, not too little. And you're just gonna paint a couple lines of pink in that left open spot that you have left there, okay? And once it's still wet, you're gonna put just pure white on your brush. You don't have to clean your brush, it's okay if it's a little messy. And you're gonna go with your pure white and bring it right to the edge of the pink you already laid down and just kind of smooth it together. Do you see that? And it's easier when the paint is wet. To work wet on wet, you can just blend through right at the line. Is Carl following me? We follow each other on Instagram. I don't know if he watches the videos, but we still communicate through Instagram. And what makes me really sad was, I'll just give you guys a story time. I don't know if you care. But when I went to ACAD the first time, I didn't know about illustration. I didn't really know that was a job. One of my friends was Evan Brown. Shout out to her. She was an ACAD going to advertising. And she was like, yeah, I can't remember exactly how she explained it to me, but I went to ACAD thinking that I was going to develop like billboards and stuff. And then my first year at ACAD, we had a fourth year student, or someone who graduated already, Lauren Tamaki, she's huge now. come back and tell us about her job as an illustrator. And that day I was like, holy shit, I want to be an illustrator. I don't even know what that was, but that's what I want to be. So she like changed the whole course of my college career with her little talk. And full circle, here we are like 10 years later almost. And Carl asked me to come talk to his students. So guys, does that mean my schooling was worth it? I think so. But of course, COVID ruined everything and school's canceled, and now I can't do it till next year. But that's pretty cool if you ask me. So, okay. Story time's over. Sorry. Back to Baby Yoda. We're going to do what I mentioned before. We're going to take that nice light pink that we just made, and you are going to take a touch of brown, the brown that we were using before. And again, slowly add the brown in because it can be very overpowering. I'll show you kind of what it basically looks like brown with a touch of pink in there. Oh, thanks, guys. It's almost my skin color. Would you look at that? And with a paintbrush, and again, with more water than paint on your brush. It doesn't have to be chocolate milky by any means, but you want the paint to go on a little bit translucently. And you're just going to make some little lines, some little brush strokes. Skip this step if it stresses you out, guys. Always wash me when I do something first. Moistly, yes, put it on moistly. That's so funny. Remember, this is my pink with a little bit of brown, and I'm going to follow some of those lines that we laid before. I kind of need a little bit more pink in there. There we go. And this is just a way to make your painting feel more unison, and just to have it more painterly and have a little bit of fun with it, and not to treat it too precious. But if you want to treat it precious, skip this step if you want, okay? But you see, guys, really subtle. Like, there's just some little reddy pink in there. Right? How do we feel about that? Boom. Baby Yodas. Does everybody have yellow? If anybody doesn't have yellow, we'll skip this out. Before I wait for your answer to that, I guess we can splatter a little bit. Yeah? Okay. We're going to go for a little bit of a splatter party, but you can substitute with something. Okay, yellow's hard to substitute, to be honest. So we will not worry about that right now. It's actually not a huge deal if we don't do the yellow stage. That's something we can just add on yellow. I was just going to say later, and I said yellow instead. Right now, we'll go back to our green. And we're going to do a little bit of splatter, okay? So I'm back to a little brush. And we're making that chocolate milky concoction on our palette. And you're mixing your brush around in there so that you have a nice amount. You like that, Rice Krispies? Make it nice. Make paint all over every bristle. You can do a little tap to let off the extra. And this is green. Sorry, guys. This is green. The green that you use at the base of your little Yoda. Okay? Okay, cool. And I'm just going to flick a couple above him. You guys, so casual, you can't even see them. Can you see just a little bit of a flick? We're going to do these. I don't know if you guys can see it on the picture down below here. There's like spots. I'll show you how to do those at the end. Just because your painting has to be flat, and then I'll have to basically stop the lesson until they dry, because then I couldn't show you. So we'll do that at the end. And for everyone who's like, if you've learned to splatter a couple times, use different size brushes if you want. If you don't want to get your hands dirty. Oops. I always forget. When you don't want to do it the clean way, I forget. Okay, wait, if I do. Yeah, okay, so you hold the paintbrush with the paint on it, and with another paintbrush or your hand, you smack it. That's another way. I'm very biased, but I think splatter is the most fun. It makes you not think your painting is too precious, and it makes it more therapeutic. Because when you're really stressing that everything's perfect, sometimes, most of the time, it doesn't turn out perfect. So, okay, we got some nice green splatter over them. I even got some splatter in my shirt, but I don't really care. That's fine. Right? Okay. Are we ready to move to black, everybody? It's almost the last step, almost. Splatter's your favorite? Vacancy kills. Speaking to my heart. Everybody's pumped. Okay. Getting to outline. This is a part where I lose people sometimes. So I'm not trying to tell you that to scare you. I'm telling you that so that you have all of your options of what is the best way to crush this at what level you're at. So, just like Cassie said, someone said at the start that they're excited to see how I teach you how to do thin and thick lines again. So that is going to come in a second. But I'm going to give you the option to use a Sharpie if you want. Sorry, I have other artists out there who are probably so mad at me for telling you guys to use a Sharpie. But if you really want to make this little Yoda and your favorite and you are scared to use a paintbrush, you think it'll be too thick or too hard to control, use a Sharpie. Who cares? I won't tell anyone. But all I say is let your painting dry completely. You don't want it to be wet at all because that'll ruin your Sharpie and ruin some things. So if you want to use a Sharpie with what I'm about to teach you, go for it. Nobody's going to judge you. If you want to learn how to do it with a brush, I will gladly teach you that because that's how I do it. There's also shameless promotion again for Molotov paint markers, my favorite paint markers, who I'm not sponsored by yet, but I hope to be one day. So you can get them in this medium size. You can get them in a small size. You can get them in a big size. And this is how I outline in most of my paintings originally by myself. I never do them in the paint nights because you guys will, what was I going to say? You guys probably don't have them at home, and that's not fair. So just so you guys know, though, other artists out there, I highly recommend Molotov paint markers. They come in any color. Change out the nibs. They're the best. Kenzie, smile more. It's been a while. Great to see you. Welcome to our paint class with Baby Yoda. We are bringing out black, everybody. Or Sharpies. Or a pen. Or a pencil. What? You do you, boo. Whatever you guys want. So, let's take our black out. You don't need loads of it. Black goes a long way. A little goes a long way. Okay. Ooh, my body's sore. So, I am taking a little baby brush. If you at home have like tiny, like you can go tiny if you want to. Not many people have that small though, and see if you look at this paintbrush, if you look at the very tip of it, the tip is very pointy at the end. So like the people were talking at the start, I'm going to take out my handy lesson board that I've used every time here. And when you are doing outline, you want to get, again, a nice mixture of water with your paint. You want it more milky, more chocolate milky, not milky. You want there to be a little bit of pigment in there, but you don't want it to be too thick because you want your brush to be able to glide nicely across the canvas, and water helps you do that, okay? So, when you are doing outline, let's see, is that a good angle? Okay. So if I want to do a very thin little close-up line, I am going to put little to no pressure on my paintbrush. I'm using my pinky right here to hold pressure. And I am just going to use just the tip. Oh my gosh, I'm so wobbly. Can you guys see? Just the tip of my paintbrush. And it is going to be just a nice little thin line. But if you press really hard on your paintbrush, like this, you can see that it's using the entire brush. And look at how much thicker the line is. So both, you can see all the other days that I've done this, but both of these lines were made by the same paintbrush, but it's just all about pressure. So if you want just a nice little line, look at how nice and light that is. But if you want to fill up a whole space or you press thick, you're going to get a big, big line. So that's when people get frustrated with outline, is because they press really hard to try to be nice and steady, but the line is super thick and it changes the look. Nothing wrong with thick lines. I'm just saying that if that's happening and you don't understand why, that's fine, okay? So should we color in his little nose first? It's the easiest part, okay? You got your Sharpie, you got your little brush loaded with black. And we're just gonna go from about the top right part of his nose. And we're gonna do basically just a C. You have thin Sharpie or Payne's Gray. Either Payne's Gray could work, or thin Sharpie could work too if you want. Or you can try with a paintbrush if you want. Remember how I told you guys to have an extra piece of paper laid out? Practice that on that little piece of paper if you want. If you want to try the brush spot, the brush whatever. Okay, so he has a little cute button nose. Am I right? Am I right? And then you can give him a nostril if you want. Beep. Just one little nostril. Okay. And don't worry, there's going to be some spots of green. We're still going to go back in with green, okay? I don't want this to be too long, but it's a detailed little dude, okay? So, with this black marker, or paint, or whatever you're doing, we're going to follow the bottom of his eye. And you can even go out a little bit past it if you want. I just gave him, like, Cleopatra eyeliner eye by accident. So you can ignore that if you want. You can make yours thinner if you want. Painting this from the side is impossible. And then we're going to leave just a little bit of winged eyeliner there. And you're going to follow up along the top of his eye. Making the book sound effect is important. Oh, 100%. All sound effects that I make are very important in the process. Okay. So the top lid is just like a touch thicker than the bottom one. Do you see how I did that there? Guys, I'm psyching you out. We're starting with the hard part and then we're going to do the easier part after. I'm just going to outline his eyes so that you guys gain some confidence. I believe in you, okay? So the thing about this eye on the side, he has like a bottom eyelid on this one. Okay, so it's okay if you have to judge where you put his nose, and you have to think of where you put this line on his other eye. So you want the bottom line to match where that one is. So it's okay if your circle didn't match it like mine didn't. Oops. But we also notice that his back eye, since he's turned, is smaller in space. So it's going to be a little bit shorter than that long eye. I kind of made that really long, but it's okay. Okay. This is a scary part, and I'm not even painting. See, I know, guys. I don't tell you to stress you out, but I just don't want you to feel like you're alone. Outline's stressful for me, too. But it really brings a painting together, and it's necessary. Okay. Put that on down there. You can totally tell that I painted this from the side, but that's cool. Okay. And our little Yoda on this side has a little, like I was saying, his little bottom eyelid. So you can make a little outline there. We can go back in with green, so don't worry. We can cover up any happy accidents we're making along this way. So again, guys, remember he's taken up to the left. So his pupil, luckily, his pupil is huge, and it makes it very easy for us to draw an eyeball. So imagine he's looking up, he's filling up the entire circle. So that whole spot's going to be colored black. You're just going to leave a tiny little spot of white. But this is all black. You can color it solid and we'll put white over top that later. If you're worried that your white isn't strong enough, you can leave that spot white right now. How are we doing, guys? My biggest anxiety when I do these paint nights are people at home stressing and hating my process. So let me know, okay? And I'll leave that white so you guys can look at that for a little bit. I'm imagining it, my hand shaking, and then boom, it's now an abstract Baby Yoda. No, guys. Breathe through it. Just kidding, actually. I hold my breath when I do my outline, so maybe I shouldn't tell you to breathe. Oops, I just put my elbow in there. I've been okay. I hate these online calls because, oh. Yeah, of course I can move it closer. It's funny, guys, because I have ADD, so when I paint, I jump throughout it, and I'll like do this eye, and like I would just jump down here and start doing it. But I know that drives people who can keep their brain in one direction crazy. So I'm trying to do it right here for you guys too. Okay, he does have a pupil in here, but we basically are painting the whole thing black. So it's. She did much better eyes than you did. Like, look at that. You never know. There's a secret painter in everyone. And if you want to paint, sorry, I just went off again without even talking to you guys about what I was doing. A way to paint value without having to mix value is to add a little bit of water on your brush. No paint, just water. And you can go around that black spot you just painted. Eyes feel stressful. Okay. Should we take a breather and should we start painting the clothes then? Should we do that? Let's do that. Okay, everybody. We are going to start by drawing his cutie little scarf neck thing. Okay? Realistically, if you guys wanted, we could add the smile on him and you can be done. We don't have to outline anything else if you don't want to. Yeah, let me know. So we're taking this cutie Baby Yoda. We are coming to the scarf or whatever. He looks like the IKEA monkey. I don't know if anybody else ever thinks that. But we kind of have to show that this scarf is going back in space. So we are going to come about, whatever, just like a centimeter or two down from the top of our scarf. And we're just going to draw, oops, I'm using the black still, or you can use a Sharpie. You see how it's like a little hook? Does that make sense? What am I doing here? Where's the camera? We're just painting basically an oval. And then bring it all the way down. And then just square it off. You can make it wobbly if you want to, give it a little shape. I just made that outline very thick. It's because I'm holding it up here. Let's just wipe away that line. That's another effect that you guys can do too. You can outline thinner by making a thick line, and then with a wet rag you can wipe half of it to shrink it down a little bit. What time is it? 9:40. Okay. And we're just gonna keep... I haven't painted on a canvas since 2017. I want to start doing it again. Wow! If you want to try on Saturday, I'm doing another paint day. It's a paint day. Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain time, right? I always forget it's MDT, MST, or MDT right now. And we'll be painting a panda. here on caffeine. Okay, guys, are you cool if we just keep outlining some stuff? How do we feel? Like, let's make just a black line to follow that original line we made there. We can outline his little sleeve. I'm not meaning to go fast. I'm just getting close to the 10 o'clock timeline. Oh, my music just stopped. I knew it sounded weird and silent. Okay. And let's circle up this donut over here. Jessica, how are we feeling, or do you trust the shapes? You're actually very stoked on this. That's what I like to hear. 50-50. Okay. That's good. I'll take the 50. Okay, you can even make it a little bit darker under his little arm if you want. A little darker under this arm if you want. So remember, the light's coming from here. This side's light, so this side's dark if you want to just sneak some black in there. But again, I'm using very watered down paint. I'm not using thick paint at all. To just lightly, translucently add some dark stuff there. There we go. How's that Baby Yoda coming? I feel like they make sense at the end, but in a way that I want to redo it all. Hey, I'll be putting this video up soon, and you can do it again one day if you'd like. I'm just trying to teach you to see that way, and then you can do it another way. I mean, do it on your own again. Okay, we're doing a little sausage finger here, okay? So the sausage finger curves at the bottom, curves at the top. But you can continue your top line down past the sausage finger to paint a little nail. Do you see? Ooh, that's a sharp one. It shouldn't be sharp. Let's round it out. He's not super devil. Paint it there for a second. We're gonna add white on top of it. That's just a little tip at the moment. Now we've got these sausage fingers, right, that we were worried about before. So first of all, let's just outline the outside of our little sausages. You're going to circle the first one completely. I made his thumb quite large, so that's okay. Yeah? And same thing, you're going to just bring it out a tiny touch, and then we're going to put some white on top of it to make it look better, but you're just darkening up little nails. He's just got cute little emo nails at the moment, trying out the black. Okay, now we're going to go back to his head. Okay, let's do it, guys. I'm glad to hear that we're proud of our little Yods. So we are first going to follow the line of the top of his little pink head and give him a little bit of an ear line. See it come down there a bit. Oh, that's cool. And from that line, you're going to bring his ear completely out And we're just tracing. My husband just said his looks like a meme. Well, I think that's a win. Or do you mean like a Pinterest fail meme? Because that's still a win. Oops, that was a mistake. There's a little black line in there. I don't know why it's not showing up well from far away. I'm just struggling outlining from this angle, guys. Okay. Now remember our circle here kind of jutted out a little bit and he had a little cheeky. So we're just going to follow that line. We're going to bring his eyebrow up and down. And then paint that little cheeky. My chair's so squeaky. Can you guys hear that? And guess what? He's got a cute little bum chin. Well, not a bum chin, but a little bumpy chin. So you're just going to go over that line and draw a little cute, I don't know. You're kind of going underneath, you know that circle that we painted with white? You're kind of tracing that a little bit, the shape of that from the bottom. Okay? And just the same old journey over here. Remember about pressure, guys. If you're paintbrushing, remember pressure for thick to thin lines. Again, if you got that bump, you can follow it down a little bit. And then his head just goes down. Oh gosh, I just smudged that with my finger, but that's fine. Yeah? Okay, guys, take a breath. If you're holding your breath while you're outlining. Let's, where are we at now? Remember these nice white lines that we drew earlier? They're kind of guide marks to where we should be drawing our other lines. So we outlined the white up here. So we're going to go under that to do his upper pupil. And same on this side. Oops. I kind of want it to trace his eye shape. And on this side we also have a line above his eyebrow. Oops. Oops, we're just going live. There we go. How's that? I haven't heard from most yet, so I assume it's going good. So now, are you ready for his mouth? Mouth, or should we just do some little cutie hairs up there? If you guys want to use a pencil or Sharpie or something else for this, these thin lines are... Oh, I just punched myself in the face with the canvas. These lines are very thin. Remember, don't press too hard on your paintbrush. You're literally just going to make little cutie lines of hair tufts. We're going to do this with white too after. But oh my gosh, are you not the cutest little munchkin? You've never cursed at a painting so much, but it's coming together? Oh no, that stresses me out. Guys, I'm sorry. He has little tufts of hair above on his little bumpy, whether he made a bump or not, he's got little hair tufts. Don't forget about pressure. Don't forget about water amounts on your brush. And you think this is your favorite one so far. Well, guys, can't please them all, hey? But you can please some, and that's all that matters. How are his little tufts of hair? I think they're so cute. Okay, I'll let you guys do some tufts for a bit. Should we go through some photos? Looking so cute. Thanks. Oh, did I just make that? Okay, we were on. Let's see. Okay. Okay, you say you have no words. Okay. It's because if you color this eyeball in completely black, you will feel better. Okay? I promise. Here, just color this in black for everyone. And then for his left eyeball, I would just bring the black up to match. Like, think of, like, this line. This is helping everybody. Don't worry. He just says his looks blind. He's about to give him a stick. That's fine. Don't worry, guys. Some white little dot. There's going to be a couple white lines in his eyeballs, and they're going to change completely, I promise. But try to make your eyes match up this way, and since they're basically all black, you can just bring the black up more, and we'll put another white outline, and it'll be solved, I promise. No, the eyes are actually fine. The eyes are actually fine. I would do exactly what I was just saying. Bring this left eye up a touch, and we're going to put some white highlights in there, and it'll save the day. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh my gosh, he just needs a little mouth. Okay, I stressed you guys out with the black circle and not, but once you paint that eyeball black, he is perfect. Here, I'll hold him here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at these Yodas. I know, some of these robes are beautiful. Oh my gosh, yes. What else we got? What else we got? What do you mean you're swearing at that Yoda? Look at him! I can't see your other one. It's a disappearing message, but that one looks perfect. He's got eczema. Hey, so do I. It's cool. Yes, oh, guys, loving the pencil crayon options. This one's got a what'd you call it? A cheetah robe, and I'm into it. Oh, but also, hi, guys. I didn't know you were joining. Good to see you. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Heck yeah. I'm loving. Your eyes are messed. No, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, no. Chaylee? I did not know it was Chay. I didn't know. That's how you say it with a ch. Also beautiful Yoda. Who else we got in here? Yes. Okay, who is saying their eyes are messed up? Oh my gosh, your eyes are so cute! They are so cute. I don't think they're messed up. If you just don't want them to be as big, all you would either have to do is put green to shape it out, so it's almost like a whiteout effect, right? You would green to make them smaller, but I think they are I think they're adorable. But that would be, oh, so good. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at him go. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Look at that little gaffer. You guys, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. Okay, wowza. You sent me one on Instagram too? What's your username? Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of you in my message requests. Okay. Okay, here, I will show yours, don't worry. There is a lot in my messages that I have missed. Oh, wow. Omnivores, yours is great. Look at that. Wowza. Okay. I know there's a lot of you that I have You're using oil paint so you can't use splatters. That is totally okay. That's very fine. I love that you guys are doing different mediums. Okay, sorry guys. I will show more in a minute, but we are going to get to this Yoda. We're going to paint that mouth, okay? Get out your Sharpies, get out your pencils. You can even pencil it lightly first and then paint it if you want. Like, whatever you want. Whatever makes you not as stressed, okay? So we're going to go to the far side of that oval that we have painted, and we're just going to give him like almost a little dimple almost. I just said almost twice there, very quickly. Okay, basically a little dimple. Maybe that's a better word. Okay? And then we're going to go to that white dimple we gave, and we're just going to give him another one. So the thing about his mouth that's a little bit confusing is it's not just a perfect curve. We're going to bring just a tiny line down from the left there. And then I'm going to try to do this from the side. It might turn out crazy, so give me a sec. And you're going to bring his mouth up almost to the line and down. Does that make sense, you guys? I did it a little... Let me fix that little spot. I'll bring it closer because I'm sure many of you need me to do that again. Oh my gosh. And see, I went over it a couple times to make it perfect. So there's a little opening in there and I don't really care. Whatever. How are you feeling about that line? Realistically, his mouth is one of the main differences of Baby Yoda and Big Yoda. And he has just a little lip underneath of it. The mouth made you like yours. There you go. Sold. I'm gonna get a shirt that says trust the process. Okay. Okay. How's it coming? How's it coming? What else do we got here? I think we are good with the black. If you have a little bit of space between your scarf and your Yoda's neck, you can cover that in with light black if you want. Justice for the IKEA monkey. Literally, I feel like I painted it more like the IKEA monkey than in Yoda himself. Okay, guys, we are going to get some pure white out, all right? Get your white out. Thank you for sharing anytime. Thank you for watching. That's the real thanks here. Okay, and if your water is mucky, is it possible that yours has a double chin? I think it's amazing that yours has a double chin. I think it deserves a double chin. I like that. Feel free to change out your water. Water can muck up your colors very easily, okay? So if your color is whatever, mucky and gray, get a new paint thing, pour out your water, get some new ones. Oh, Tanya, thanks for the ice cream cone. Thanks for the thumbs up. Always appreciate the props, you guys. Okay, I'm using a smaller brush. Extra flub, exactly. All right. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay. Let's get some water on our brush, but not too much water. We're not looking for that chocolate milky consistency. We want straight paint onto the brush with a twitch of water, okay? And so the first thing we're going to do, just so that you guys are stressing about your eyes, we are going to just put a couple blobs of paint on the inside of that one pupil, okay? Look at that. A couple little blobs. Little highlight blobs. And same with this eye. Do a couple little highlight blobs. If you painted the pupil too big, you can... let me see if I can show you how. Like, you can Here, this is a good example. I feel like I made the bottom of his pupil, hit the outline at the bottom a little too thick. With white, I can just go right over top half of that line, and you can thin it out. Does that make sense? And if you don't like the shape of your eye, you can literally, with green, go right over top. If your green isn't strong enough, you can go with white, let it dry completely, go with green over top. Green is your friend. Everything's your friend. Okay. It's about to get crazy, guys. We're about to put some white highlights in places. You like yours so much better now. See? You guys. Just, okay. Alright. I'm kind of doing, it's going to seem redundant, but we're kind of going back to where we put a lot of those lighter green marks. And we're going with pure white in some spots, okay? But just on the outside, imagine that pure white, that lighter green shape that we made is a shape on its own, and we're following that rule of the top left part is white. So we're just adding some highlights to our little Yodes. Okay, you can put a couple white lines on the top of his ear. You can put a couple white lines in his ear. I'm not really following much rhyme or reason when it comes to which direction you want the brush stroke to go. You can give him a little bit of highlight on his eyelid if you want. But I'm mostly following where we already made those light green spots. Okay? On top and above his lip a little bit. You can even reshape out his mouth if you don't like the shape that you did. You can use a little bit of white. Right? Isn't he cute? Let's give him a little bit of white in that dimple. Again, those are all just spots that your light green already has been. We are just trying to add some variety, some brush strokes, some highlights. Let's go at the bottom here. If you don't like if it's too, if you went on too thick or too sharp of a line, you can blend it out with your finger if you don't mind getting your hands messy, or you can get a brush wet and blend it out if you want. How's that, guys? I feel like he needs a bigger cheeky, so I'm just gonna make his dimple a little bit bigger on this side. I think that's cute. Right? All right. And again, for doing the same as we were doing before, but we're just gonna add some pure white to the top of his little scarfy. Also, Kenzie, how you doing? Miss you. Ooh, thanks for the alarm, Daryl. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh, it's already after 10. Sorry, guys. Back hurts from editing all night. Girl, what you editing? What are you making a video on? Okay. You can follow just another little white line over that black line. Oh my gosh, so cute, Kenzie. Oh my gosh. Oh, their wedding day. Oh, Tanya, thanks for the props too. You guys remember, I'm just doing little crazy white lines following the shapes that we've done before. It might seem redundant because I'm like doing outline in dark. Now put white over top of it. But I promise it adds fun to the painting. But Kenzie, that's so nice of you. I'm sure it's so great. Were you behind the editing in your Backstreet Boy video? Because then I have complete faith in you. Yes. Okay. It's an hour long. It's so special. Oh my gosh. You are... What does anyone do to deserve you? Okay, you know what else we do with this white, you guys? We make little hairs right over the, not exactly right over the black ones that we did, but you're gonna do the same process. Little cute white hairs. But we are just gonna go over the, oh, that one's a little thick. We're gonna do some cutie white hairs in there too. Sorry guys, we're gonna be almost done here. Now it looks like you. Oh my god, Kenzie. We always enjoy having you here for the comedic relief. There's some little tufts of hair for our cutie. Right? Do we feel a little bit better about his eyeballs, you guys? Your roots are in trouble. That's what I keep liking to say, that the world is resetting right now, and so are all the women. All their roots are showing, all their weaves are growing out, all their eyelashes are falling out, all their nails are growing. You know? It's a reset time, guys. Our actual form has appeared. Yeah. Okay, remember how I was talking about the nails? So whatever, we can do a little white line above there, but we are just going to do a white splooge, beep, right over top that black spot to make like a nail. So much better too. Yeah, you are right. Okay, and then same with this nail. Like, just fill it in with white to show a little bit of black out the bottom. Beep, beep. Okay, you guys. So, one other thing we can do here, if you want to make it even more spotty, you can literally just go little spots. This is about pressure too, don't press too hard. But you can make little spots on him if you want. A pointed brush will help with this versus a square brush, but whatever, you want to do that? Go for that. You can use your finger and blend them out a little bit. That's something that I always do. Make some dots at the top. Blot them out with your finger. I'm just picking at the moment. Okay, so guys, we have one tiny little part of the pupil that we will do. I'm just making some spots. Oh, those are messes, but that's okay. Okay, so for the eyeball, we can go into our white, get a nice glob of white on our paintbrushes. Not on our paintbrushes, on our easel. Palette, wow, sorry. And add a tiny touch, like if you see my paintbrush, like there's just like a tiny touch of black. And I'm gonna add that in there because it's gonna be quite powerful, story of our lives. But we do want a pretty dark gray, okay? Remember, it dries darker than we are mixing on our palette right now. But you don't need too much. Don't need too much paint for this. We're literally just going to go back in with this lighter gray and just kind of imply that there is a pupil in there. And same right here, just a little bit of light gray in that bottom corner. And it just implies that he has more pupil. Does that kind of make sense? You can even put a little bit of light gray down under his chin if you want. Oh. Ignore what I just did there. Oh, God. There we go. How's that? For a little Baby Yoda. Just cut that in there. Hold it up? Yeah, of course. Remember, I was going to do a simplified version of the Yoda that is at the bottom. Mine's just a little longer. He's just wide. You know, that's cute. Oh yeah, hold up. We were doing the eyes. I forgot what I was showing you. Okay, so I will show you guys how I do these green bigger splots. It is very similar to how we prepare our paints to make splatter, normal splatter. But you want to hold your paintings flat on the ground. So let's see if I can do this like this. If you guys can see. And you're literally going to load up your paintbrush with the watery concoction. You kind of want a little bit more watery than before. Let's see if I can show you guys. Can you see that there's like a drop forming at the bottom of that paintbrush? Do you kind of see that there is a little bubble of paint? That's kind of what you want. We're just going to release it onto our canvas. Like that. And the higher up you go, or the bigger paintbrush you use, your splots will be bigger. A bigger toothbrush. Okay. Do you guys see that? It's kind of fun to start playing around with whatever splots and stuff. That's a big part of my process. But the reason why I didn't do that at the start is because you have to let it dry flat, right? Because if I pick this up right now, you can see that the paint is like bubbled on the I can't show you. It doesn't work as well. So the paint is kind of bubbled on the canvas, and it's super wet. You can see that it is a wet droplet. So if I went like this, it would literally drip the paint all the way down the canvas, and you don't want that. Or maybe you do. Sometimes you can utilize the drips too. But in this case, just because I don't want you guys, like I have to move it for you guys to see. I don't want you to do this, but it's a trick in case you need to know. I can, with a dry, clean paintbrush, I can go into that little pile of paint and you can literally suck up the excess paint. But me doing this means my splots are going to be a lot lighter colored than I want them to be. But this is a trick for you if you want to suck up paint and control a little more with a clear paintbrush. Let's see if that works. How about I let one drip so you guys know what I'm talking about? This one looks like it's going to. Gotta go. Thanks for a fun night. See you Saturday. Yeah, sorry guys, it's late. We're basically done. Let me know if anyone has any more questions. The only difference between my painting at the bottom is I splattered some yellow and I just added some little yellow splotches throughout him. But other than that, yeah, see, since I sucked up all the pigment, they're becoming very light colored over here. But how's our Yodas, you guys? Are they cutie? Are we happy? Do we have any more questions? Oh yeah, see, that's this one's dripping a little bit. So that's kind of what I meant. And this is how I control my drips. If my drips are going deeper than I want them to, I take the brush, just like you said, and you go to that little bubble of paint, like I was talking about, and you literally just suck it up. Love it. Fun one tonight. Thanks, Jessica and Jordan. Great to see you back. We've missed you. Skip that out there. Yeah. I think that's about it, right? My Yoda has a weight problem. Does your Yoda have a double chin too? Mine kind of has a crazy forehead if you look at it. You can also, like, if you want to, like, shade a little bit more. That was awesome. No problem. Guys, I'm happy you enjoyed it. You can take a little brown, like, if you think he's a little bit too chubby. And look, you can kind of lightly, there's a lot of water on my brush, more water than paint, because then it's drying translucent. Then you can kind of thin out his face a little bit if you want. Double chins are so hot right now. You are right. You just got a funny sausage fingers. Okay, so do mine. What is that other than a sausage? Flamingo, I'm glad you enjoyed your first paint night. You can also outline this if you want. You guys enjoyed it. I like mine in the end. This was the first one where I didn't like it till the end. Boom. That makes me happy to hear, though, that you still liked it. We have gave up this round, but you sent pics. Don't give up. I'm going to be posting the YouTube video in the next couple hours, guys. Don't worry. Let's look at some we've got here. Oh my gosh. That's my cousin's. Julia's. Oh, that was before Lucas's got to the green. Chaylee. Oh my gosh, look at his little hairs. Into it, into it, into it. We've got a not quite done yet, but I'd still love to see. Oh, wow. Guys, so fun. You'll send me the finished masterpiece. Please do, you guys. You're all getting entered in to win that t-shirt, remember? You're all going to be entered in if you send me a photo. Okay, killed it. Look at that one. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. See, he's not cross-eyed. He's fine. Where are we down here? Oh my gosh, that was before he had his mouth, but he was looking cute. Who do we got? We got 2 Yodes there. Oh my gosh. Oops, I almost went to someone's message where you guys are just talking to me. Look at that. Heck yeah. Wow, there are a lot of good ones, you guys. Here I was nervous, and you guys blew them out of the water. Look at that circle canvas. Ah, they're so cute. Oh my god, that one looks... Oh my god, that one is adorable. I'm obsessed with that one. Who else do we need here? Oh, you had the cheetah. Oh, Tay-Tay, I see you now. Look at that. I don't have the final, but that one is looking cute. Oh my gosh. That's the oil one. Let's see these black backgrounds. Yes! Nice splots. Yes, you guys. They're so cute. I just got someone say not a fan. Aw, no, he's cute. I did get messages from people saying that they were excited to do it again now that they've got the hang of it. But, you guys, he's great. What do we got here? Wow, adorable. Love the splatter. You guys. He was actually in space with a black canvas. Oh, heck yeah. 100%. Okay, guys, we're about to see Lily. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. We're about to see lilies, and they're usually... Oh my gosh, you just painted him like real. I thought he was going to be the devil. Oh my gosh, and your mom's is so cute. Guys. Let's see here. Oh, I see. Look, you put some white on his eyes, and he is adorable. What if the t-shirt's too big? I will confirm that the t-shirt is for sure going to be too... Oh, look at that one, too. I love the splatter there, too. The shirt's going to be probably too big for most of you, to be honest. It is the only one I have left. It can be a cozy pajama t-shirt if you want. You can make it into a dress. For sure, if Julia wins, you can make it a dress. Okay? But no, it's the best. They're the best shirts. Who cares what size it is? That's why you're gonna win. Heck yeah, girl! You're gonna be in the draw. Was there how many there? Last time you were in it twice, which is nice, but I guess this time, right, there's only one entry per person. You and the cover are messy now. Ooh, I should have a PSA of watch out, you guys, it's dirty. Pajama Chic is in agreed. Let's see, we got another one here. Almost done. Okay, looking great. You guys, these are adorable. Love tonight. Probably be a crop top with my pregnant stomach. Take it. Take it, you guys. Your daughter did... Oh my gosh. With introverts. Look at all of these, you guys. I'm so proud. Look at your date night. Your Yoda did hit the bullseye. Guys, I'm impressed. Like I said, I won't lie to you. I was a little nervous because people were so excited and I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult and I didn't want people to be pissed that theirs didn't turn out right. And they all did. So look at that. So proud. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying late. I kind of had you long today. Saturday, see you at 2. We're painting that little, where is he over here? King Panda at the top there. 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Oh, great to see you. Thanks for all the props. Thanks, Valerie. Thanks, Jessica Jordan. Follow me on Instagram, guys. That's how you can enter the draws if you send me a DM with the picture of your little Baby Yoda. Right? What else? See you next time, I guess. Hey? I hope you guys are all proud. I hope you all had fun. And see you on Saturday, I guess. Hey? Bye. See ya. Bye. Good night, Match. Good to see you. Au revoir. Thanks for the props. Bye, guys.